Canada is in such a flumpy place right now with, well, we kind of openly know that the Chinese are meddling in elections, day-to-day operations within the Liberal Party of Canada. And you know what? Justin Trudeau is finally stepping up and doing something. Spending money to crack down on his interpretation of disinformation. What is that exactly? Anybody who criticizes his party, great. Wonderful, fantastic. That's going to get to the bottom of that corruption that's out there in the open. Just another thing that he can slide on. The dude that got away with evoking the Emergencies Act not that long ago, and nobody wants to talk about that anymore. How he just magically investigated himself and figured out that, hey, I did absolutely nothing wrong. Oh, I'm dying inside. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced his government will be setting aside $5.5 million. How much of that is going to be going into another Trudeau's pocket? Just wondering, old habits die hard, right? To combat disinformation as he struggles with accusations of benefiting, sorry. I just seen Chinese Communist Party, and then I know his adoration of their simplistic dictatorship, and I just think that, yeah, it would be very befitting if it becomes the Canadian Communist Party. I shouldn't put that into the ether, but whatever. Prime Minister Trudeau announced a $5.5 million investment into combating disinformation. The fuck is that even supposed to be? On Monday at a press conference in Ottawa saying, I can announce we are investing $5.5 million to build capacity of civil society organizations to combat disinformation. Fuck, are you going to build cages to put people who talk bad about your government in? Like, what do you... Oh my God. Because we know already. We don't have to investigate further. We know, everybody, that disinformation, often generated abroad, online, on the internet. That's why he's so focused on cracking down on freedom of speech on the online. Bill C-11 can be a real threat to our elections that you own, operate, and run. Interesting. Okay. And it's a threat that the federal government cannot combat alone. So you set around another $5.5 million in order to hire more people to work for your government to run elections. Okay. Well, actually, we don't know. This $5.5 million is just getting set aside for what exactly? To be set aside. Good stuff. While it is unknown which organizations and groups will benefit from the $5.5 million, the Trudeau family, we already know. The Trudeau government has a history of funding questionable groups and individuals in recent years. Yeah, no, the list is longer than not. You should just go ahead and list the places that haven't benefited from the Trudeau government. Alberta and Saskatchewan. Anyways, among those who were handed Trudeau government cash was an alleged anti-hate activist, Laith Marouf, who has revealed to be a prolific anti-Semite on social media. Oh, see, he's not all that bad. It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't need to have dem boys on the case. Marouf's group, the Community Media Advocacy Center, CMAC if you will, saw its funding cut in August of last year after housing and diversity. What, you can't set up enough teepees on your own? Need government interference? Okay. And Inclusion Minister Ahmed Hussein, great, called the statements reprehensible and vile. Trudeau has also given large sums of cash to the Canadian Anti-Hate Network. As you can see, everything that he likes to fund has a lot of those anti-hate things that are in there. And just like the SPLC, just like the ADL, they'll find hate and they'll find vitriol wherever they're looking for it. So don't actually think that this money's going to be going to anything decent. Which it came under fire for attempting to link the former flag of Canada that flew during the Second World War with hatred. What? This is all just so stupid. It is quintessential Canadian politics at this point in time. Calling it a hate symbol or a hate promoting symbol. The former Canadian flag. Okay. As part of the government funded school handbook project. Oh my God. My kids will. I don't have any right now, but just into the future, they will never go to public school. Fuck all of this. Canadian Liberal government has decried disinformation in the past as well and has been accused of peddling disinformation themselves. No, I'll just say that they're just lying fucks. Well, just, rip the Band-Aid off. I don't need to run some scheme like they do, particularly regarding an attempt to ban hunting firearms last year. No, we're just banning the dangerous assault weapons. We're not coming for your other guns. Oh wait, we actually are. Trudeau's press conference on Monday also saw the Prime Minister address major concerns over foreign election interference from the Chinese Communist Party, including allegations that its Liberal Party directly benefited from the alleged interference in the last two federal elections. Well, we know how cozy he is, and especially how close and how personal he takes his relationship with Xi, because of that famous clip that made the rounds back when it happened of Trudeau getting dressed down in public by Xi Jinping and just looking like a scared little boy to go sit down in the corner because dad was home, and boy was he pissed. The allegations emerged from leaks of the Canadian Secret Intelligence Services, our version of the CIA, which claimed to have warned Trudeau about Chinese attempts to interfere in the last two elections. And he's like, yes, we know, and we helped them along. What are you talking about? When previously confronted on the topic, Trudeau dodged questions and even made bizarre statements regarding anti-Asian hatred. Yes, any criticism of me is hatred. Case in point, in response to questions regarding MP Han Dong. Sorry, what? Is that a real name? Shit's funny. Who was specifically named by the CSIS leakers. MP Dong. Yeah, you serious? Is alleged to have benefited from the CCP. No, not Han Dong. Come on. Busing and Chinese international students with fake addresses to support Dong's nomination as candidate for the Liberals in the 2019 election. Trudeau is said to not only have ignored the warnings from CSIS, but informed Dong that the intelligence agency was investigating him. See, he's good on that one, because if that was a woman getting investigated, the self-avowed feminist would do this. He'd just fire her ass. It's like, oh, you're poking around? Well, you don't, just because you're the first female Indigenous Attorney General, well, that doesn't mean you're going to be the last one either. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. You all remember that? That was during, which scandal was that? I forget specifically. Either the second or third one, but the SNZ Lavalin, that was funny. He started to see some misappropriation of some Trudeau funds. He's like, well, you need to stop doing your job so well and get the fuck across the aisle. Trudeau is said to not only have ignored the warnings from CSIS, oh yes, but also told them to lie low for a second. Others have also noted Dong has been absent from Canadian Parliament votes condemning the CCP regime over its treatment of the Uyghurs. Despite being present in Parliament for other votes on the same day. Oh, sorry, I gotta go put hand on Dong. I'll be right back. After you guys run the vote, I'll be back. Don't worry about it. Initially, Trudeau attempted to handle the brewing scandal by launching an investigation into those who leaked the confidential information from CSIS with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RFED. Confirmed Monday that it had begun an investigation over violations of the Security of Information Act, our version of FOIA. On Monday, during his Ottawa press conference, Trudeau announced, why doesn't this fucker go anywhere else to do press conferences? Oh, he goes to other places, but that's just to surf and shit while everybody else is locked down. Fuck this guy. Announced that while he would not be launching a full inquiry into the Chinese election meddling, yeah, why would he want to do that? He just wants to root out hate online. Something that has been demanded by opposition parties. Yeah, but fuck all of them, because they're all just turncoats anyways. You little Polly Pocket saying, we need to defeat Russia at any cost. We stand with Ukraine. Fuck off. He would name a special rapporteur to investigate the matter. It's, yeah, a special investigator. And you know where that'll go? About the same place that all of those special investigations go. Absolutely and nowhere. The role of the rapporteur will be to determine whether or not to recommend a formal inquiry. Great, so we're just setting up another cumbersome, laborious investigation process, and that'll never get to the bottom of anything. And even if it does, it'll just be a little slap on the wrist for Trudeau. Should have done better this time, and then he'll go, I'll do better, and then everybody just hugs and docks. So far, the rapporteur has not been named, but CPC leader Polly Pocket has previously expressed concerns Trudeau may appoint a sympathetic figure, you don't say, to deal with the fallout to the emerging scandal. Way to stop alleged secret Chinese interference is to refuse to keep their secrets from them. For a fully independent and nonpartisan public inquiry is the way to shine a light into the shadows. Yeah, fuck off. Do something about it, you non-freedom convoy supporting bitch. Fuck you too, you little midget. all parties in the parliament must agree on the commissioner is we cannot have yet another liberal crony named to head up this inquiry. Yeah, he's just like every other conservative dork who sits on a fucking panel, just blows really hard, does nothing. Actually, sounds like a perfect fitting for a Trudeau cabinet position. But with all that said, and until the next scandal shows up, because it's Trudeau's world and we're all just fortunate enough to live in it. Listen, man, everybody who votes for him just thinks that he's cute and has no idea what his fucking policies are. He's an abortion of a prime minister, and he's going to be there for as long as he wants, because Canada, well, it's kind of fucking failed. And that's why I'm leaving this bitch as soon as humanly possible. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.